Hey everybody, today I just wanted to take a look at the arcade setup I have right now. Just show what I have. And we'll do a little brief overview. I do plan to do maybe a more in-depth review of all of these cabinets like I did for the Star Wars, even though some of them are no longer available, but I would like to go into detail about my thoughts on them and my review of each of them. Let's look over here at Rampage first. This was my first cabinet. When Arcade 1-Up did first announce the cabinets, this was one of the first wave that was going to be released. And this is the one that interested me the most because of the 3-player setup, because it did have Rampage, and more importantly, it had Gauntlet on it, so I was excited about that. Joust and Defender at the time, I wasn't as concerned about as far as playing. Joust, though, has become probably my favorite game to play on this cabinet. Defender, unfortunately, I don't feel like the controls are set up well for it, but I do play Defender on here sometimes. But it's a good cabinet. I don't think it was, there's much I could say bad about it. There's a lot of improvements they've made since then on their cabinets, but I've not had any issues with it, other than some that I'll talk about in the review of the cabinet, because there was an issue when it originally came out with the PCB, and they did send a replacement to everyone to fix that. At least they sent me a replacement, I know, when I requested to get that replacement to fix the issue that was happening on Gauntlet. So I've never had an issue with customer support. I know some people have. I'm not saying that my experience is everybody's, but I'm saying that my experience with customer support was good when I needed to get that PCB fixed so that I could progress in Gauntlet. Now, Rampage is the only game on this cabinet that's 3 players. Although Gauntlet is a 4-player game, it is set up for 2 players on here. You couldn't play Gauntlet 3 players, really, because each stick would be assigned to a specific character. And so because of that, you would not be able to do 3-player Gauntlet, because then you'd be completely missing a character from the game. So my second cabinet that I got is not here. It was the Street Fighter, which was also a first-generation cabinet, like Rampage. The Street Fighter, I think it was a first-generation cabinet. But anyway, the Street Fighter I got the following year during Black Friday, and it was on sale. And it was a great cabinet. But they've since released more Street Fighter cabinets. And I have to say that the Street Fighter cabinets they have released since have been better, and I've been interested in upgrading to those. But with the release of the Pro Killer Instinct, I feel like there's probably going to be a Pro Street Fighter coming sooner rather than later, and I would rather wait and hold off on that because I definitely would be interested in getting a Pro Street Fighter. So after Street Fighter, the next cabinet I got was Ninja Turtles. Now, I did not get this at the store. I bought this on Facebook Marketplace from someone in town who was selling it because I got a really good deal on it that way. When I bought this from him, did not have the covers on the sticks, so I ordered these sewer-looking covers from a seller on eBay so I could have those covers on the sticks. But other than that, there's not any modifications to any of these machines in here. Now, the Turtles artwork I love. This cabinet just brings back so many memories for me as a child in the arcades. I say child. I guess I really was. I mean, I was a kid playing in the arcades. Love both of these Turtles games on here. Thought about upgrading at one point to the second arcade cabinet they released for Turtles, but I like the artwork better on this one. So even though the other one does have the Wi-Fi, I just couldn't give up this artwork. So I'm hoping there'll be a release in the future at some point. Maybe adding in Shredder's Revenge that also has this artwork on it. Has a light up marquee, coin door. Would just be so nice. Especially if it was the deluxe or even an XL. Now after Turtles, the next thing that I did have was the Miss Pac-Man table. Now the Miss Pac-Man table has got 8 games listed on it here. We've got Miss Pac, Galaga, Galaxian, Super Pac-Man, Dig Dug 2, Pac-Mania, and Pac-Land. However, they did have an update to this cabinet that you could do. Now, I bought this cabinet after the update. I'm just going to go back here to the menu. I'm trying to remember which games. I think Mappy was one of the ones that was added. Yeah, Mappy was added, and is it what was the other one that was added on here that I'm overlooking? Pack and Pal. So Pack and Pal and Mappy were added. Mappy's a lot of fun, so I'm really glad that got added to this machine. But so I thankfully had bought this after the update so that I didn't have to take it apart to do the update. I was able to just update it before I completed putting it together. But I've always wanted a cocktail table arcade. This is a great affordable one. They have released a Miss Pac-Man after this one, which I thought about selling this one and getting the new Miss Pac-Man table. I don't know if it's still available to get, but it has some different games on it that I'm interested in. So I don't know if that'll ever happen at some point, but if it does, I will definitely be selling this one first and trading out for that. All right, and then after that, of course, Golden Axe, the first machine I had that had a light-up marquee from Arcade 1-Up, and I love the light-up marquees. They look fantastic. If you saw my Star Wars review, I've already talked about how good that machine looks. And Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder is a game that I've never been able to play otherwise outside of the arcade. It's one that anytime I tried it, even in emulation, since it never got a home release, no emulation for it that I've tried has ever been perfect. But the game on here is amazing, plays great. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's one of my 2 4-player games, one that I love, have a lot of nostalgia for the game, but also just Revenge of Death Adder is a great game. This also has the original Golden Axe, Altered Beast, Shinobi, and Wrestle War. Wrestle War is the one I play the least on here. I love to fire this up and play Shinobi from time to time. That was another one I loved in the arcades. I've played through Altered Beast on here. Altered Beast is fun, but Shinobi and Revenge of Death Adder are probably my 2 top games on this machine. And then lastly, of course, we have Star Wars, which is my most recent purchase here for the arcade. We have our light-up marquee, we have our coin door. It only has 3 games on it. They're all Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I enjoy all 3 games. I've been playing this cabinet a lot lately. Obviously, it is my newest one, so I'm playing it a lot, but trying to get better at the games. I do enjoy games with high scores and trying to get better at them. I am still have a long way to go when it comes to these Star Wars games, but it's been a fun journey so far. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll have more content for you coming soon. Have a great day.